What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AP Trades. Here's how I made $632 day trading today under 4 minutes. Let's get right into it. Beautiful trade. First 30-second trade ever taken on live markets. Amazing, great way to start the month of June. This was supposed to be break even, but whatever. But again, $600 already. I am technically still in drawdown with $5 P&L, but it's just very stupid because all of my recent break evens have been negative. But I'm really happy for this trade specifically because I learned my kind of lessons and emotions from Tuesday, which if you guys remember, I didn't post a recap, too busy with school. But I basically missed this 30-second here, instead took the 5 minute. Still a great trade. But yeah, I got break even on that. And I was hesitant, but I was not hesitant on this 30-second. Here's kind of how the 30-second looked like. I'll get into the trade. Very beautiful. This was on Tradeovate. What I do is I basically execute on TradingView, but recently I've been using Tradeovate to look for 30 seconds. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Right, so again, P&L ski 632, beautiful. I definitely think that the month of June, July, and August will be something very amazing. But let's get into it, sort of my bias. So my bias coming into the day was definitely mixed. However, I was setting conditions. Reason being is because we just swept this low inside the 4 hour and we're rejecting it, but we do have this 1 hour unmitigated. So I could see us now potentially market open, maybe open lower or maybe open higher to get a reaction from this 1 hour to go lower, or to keep this low protected and go higher. But my main sort of condition actually was this 15-minute, right? So actually pre-market, we already tapped into it. So if I were to see us basically reject it, then I'm very, very happy and confident to take this longs to the 1 hour unmitigated. The 1 hour unmitigated was essentially my agreed upon drawn liquidity. Basically, that means is if we are going to be bearish, we're going to have to probably manipulate into it to then get shorts. And if we're going to, sorry for the drawing, and if we're going to be bullish, well, I mean, we'll just get a setup to it, right? So that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, so coming into market open, what does 930 do? 930 does this AMD, right? So accumulation, manipulation into this 15-minute. Fuck, I actually didn't mean to draw anything. I have it up here, but 930 does this PO3. So we have our accumulation zone manipulated into this 15-minute, creating an SMT, wicked out rejection, 30-second inversion, very strong, and again, this AMD structure. But I'll get into these drawings later. I'm low-key trying to make these more educational, so let me know how you guys fuck with that. Yeah, anyways, so, right, so what I do? You can't, like, see my, what is it called, my buys here, because sorry, what is it called? I forgot what the fuck the word's called. Anyways, you can't see, like, my buys because I don't do it on Tradeovate, I do it on TradingView. But anyways, so this is where I kind of entered ish, but this is how the 30-second looked. Very great. And then you can see originally actually I had my TP here, I think at the accumulation highs, but I extended it to the 1 hour unmitigated because I was super confident in it. And yeah, and as you can see, literally what do I get? I get TP'd. I banked 600, risked around 400, so 4 cons. Watch my TikTok if you haven't. You'll see the video I posted. But anyways, what does price do right after? Well, let's just replay. But it basically now reverses from this. So I caught practically a great move. Now, I will get into the later setups, just in case anybody took it or stuff, but I do want to kind of talk about them because today was an amazing day. I feel like everybody should have taken a trade, and it either would have been a win or a break even. I don't think there were any losses, but anyways, so getting into the trade, right? Amazing. What do we have? 30-second both IFEGs, V-shaped strong displacement, 15-minute wicked out fair value gap with our LRL or accumulation zone. And one of the things that I really like, and I'll get into this with this image here, is what do we have at the lows, right? With Judas, if you guys see, or if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for a while, I've taken Judas a lot, like these Judas swings, these 930 opens, because they are very strong and I'm very confident in them. But why and how do I kind of take them, right? Because it's very fast. Like you can see, bro, especially, bro, taking this 30-second is fast as fuck. Like that's at 931 taking it. But why did I mainly took it? Reason being is because we had this 15-minute wicked out. If you look at my entry, which would have been right here, look at the way we wick out the 15-minute. Absolutely beautiful. Not to mention, we have these equal highs right here, right? So I actually forgot to write that down, but we had equal highs right here. Honestly, I will just show it again. But we had equal highs inside or at the accumulation sort of highs, right, with this LRL, right? So that just adds more confirmation. Like I have stacked draws. I have equal highs, LRL, and the 1 hour high time frame unmitigated. Now, getting into my kind of drawings here, educational wise, the three things that I always need in a setup, and especially a Judas, is instant rejection, strong displacement, and a protected stop loss. We have all of that in here. What does 930 do? 930 manipulates into this high time frame, 15-minute fair value gap, wicks it perfectly. So now we get our instant rejection with the protected stop loss being this SMT here, right? So ES never took this low. And I actually hold this with more significance. Why? Because it's in a 5-minute, but also because it's in its own sort of order block and accumulation range. And then what do we get? We get our strong displacement with that 30-second inversions. Again, this AMD model structure, very, very key. Right now, I will talk about the next setups that kind of came, right? I know this is a trade recap, but I'm trying to keep it more educational. So let's get right into it. So we're going to kind of skim through. And I would have told you, I'll tell you the setups that I would have taken if I didn't take that 30-second, right? So right after that, we have this 4-minute short, right? I know it's kind of ugly looking, but I'll just do that. So we have this 4-minute short, which was also this 3-minute. I don't know for sure if I take this, honestly, just because I'd rather have the cont. But I maybe would have. The only thing that makes me confident is the instant rejection with the 1 hour being our essentially condition, right? But the only thing that wouldn't is just the fact that, like, I don't know, we just have like internal lows and internal lows. Only targeting internal lows is kind of wacky, a little bit for me. But what does it end up doing? Actually, it ends up presenting the con. So this is the setup that I actually would have taken, and I'll explain it in a bit. So there actually was one setup here that I forgot to mention, which was this con right here. If you took this, it's invalid because what is ES doing at the time? ES had these equal highs, right? So that's just not valid to take whatsoever, and especially because they are in this 1 hour high time frame gap, definitely not valid to take. But one thing that I saw people take and that I actually liked, but I do want to mention, I low-key was like journaling my shit, or I low-key wasn't paying too much attention on the charts after I won my trade, because like literally 4 minutes into market open, right? Yeah. One thing I definitely do like about the trade next to it is not only now do you add more LRL, right? But what do you have? You have this internal SMT and technically external, counting as a resweep. Now you're inside this 5-minute wicked rejection as well. And what do you have now? You have this 1 minute. Now you could have taken it off the CISD just to get more confirmation. I probably would have just taken like that. And that's definitely the setup that I would have taken. And what does it end up doing? It ends up banking. One of the things also that was kind of weird also was ES at the time was kind of printing this bullish sort of lower highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Like it looks like kind of that, even though it does give bearish confirmation here and shit. But that's just kind of, anyways, I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but that's definitely the setup that I would have taken. Definitely a great setup. This 4-minute, I don't really know about it. I mean, it definitely is good. Of course, I can't just say that because in hindsight it did get break even, but I don't know. I honestly would have wanted the cont. And then one of the things that I definitely did like is this setup here. I didn't even realize this because again, I was way off. Like literally, I probably got off before this. Like I got off somewhere around here. But I do like this 5-minute that appeared after. I'll kind of erase the drawing so you guys can see it. But this 5 minutes actually nice. Reason being is because what? Now we get another rejection from a high time frame gap with LRL. We get an instant 5-minute. Again, I don't know if I'd say I take it. I mean, it's kind of slow to hit TP. Like you hit it right at 11, but you take it at 10:10. So would you rather hit TP in 50 minutes or in 4 minutes? Right. So that's kind of all I'd say about that. But that's kind of the recap of the day. Definitely a great day. Like I'm honestly really happy for the PA that we've gotten. I hope this vid was definitely educational. Trying to do more stuff like this. So let me know how you guys like it. Of course I'm trying to of course I'm still in that learning stage, but I feel like I'm experienced or confident enough for me to be sharing what I think could help you guys. To anybody who's watching this, right? I don't think a lot of people watch it, but I definitely do still have like a decent amount of views per vid. But yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So trade recap, literally perfect, A plus. Journaling it as we speak, honestly, making this video. And also, guys, sub to the YouTube if you haven't. I mean, you should be because you're watching this video. But I'm going to be posting another day in the life video for my birthday. I recently got the Meta glasses, and it's gonna be a great ass video. Like I already have practically everything planned out. Watch this one if you haven't already. Literally 600 views. Thank you guys so much, truly, for the support. Like 100 and almost 35 subscribers. Um, and my most viral video was this one, 1K views. But this is still amazing. Like 615 views. But yeah, sub to YouTube if you haven't already. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Appreciate guys all the support and love. Also sub, why not sub, follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, all socials down below. Sorry, all username, the same AP trades. Yeah, appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next one. And I definitely do have some great hopes for tomorrow as a Friday. Hopefully we can get another win. See you guys. Peace.